We're back with another 10-Minute Tuesday, and this week's 10-Minute Tuesday is brought to you by one of our favorite new sponsors, Turtlebox. If you guys haven't checked out these speakers, they are literally insane. Don't come underwater, float them on their back. Super fun to do, especially when you're setting up in the morning or after your hunt. Obviously, nothing better than jamming with the boys while you pick decoys up,
Dude,
right?
over the 4th, I've seen it advertised that you can float it, and I'm like, I don't want to do this. It's too nice. It's too nice. I don't want to float it. But we're all playing Frisbee and football on the sandbar.
Yeah.
So I was like,
Yeah.
floated in between all of us, and they're like, oh, my God, that thing floats? And I'm just like, I guess.
Yeah.
Like, I guess it does. Yeah, but that thing is sick.
So sick.
I love that thing.
Yeah.
No, we wanted to talk about what we're really excited for this year that I don't know how much I'm going to be able to get done. And it's so hard to film a proper one just because it can happen at the drop of a hat, a Molt Migrator Day.
Yeah.
Hunting those migrating geese.
Yeah, I mean, I've never had a banger day doing it, so I'm really looking forward to the chance to do it. I'm hoping I can get out a little more on, like, random Thursdays and stuff this year, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
So.
No, when you say you haven't, like, banged into them, like, what does that mean?
The most we shot, I think we shot, like, 17.
17? And how high were they?
They're high, dude.
Oh, so they were migrating.
Yeah, they were up there.
Nice. Can you get your vibrating phone off
Yeah,
the
my
table,
bad,
please?
bro.
Thank you.
Micah.
Appreciate that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they were high.
Early season geese in general is really fun, though, just as a whole. I'm excited for it. The only thing that sucks about early season goose is it's like 100 degrees out, or it feels like it's 100 degrees out.
Yeah, it's not cool.
That sucks.
It's not really cool how warm it is, but you know that early morning feels really good.
Yeah.
A little buggy.
A little buggy.
Don't talk me out of it. Don't talk me
I know,
out of it.
I know. I did that to myself.
Don't talk me out of it. No,
Yeah.
it's fun using fresh green grass.
You need a
feel like
thermocell.
you feel like you just blend in with everything.
Yeah.
Like really, really well.
Yeah.
But no, just Molt migrator hunting is just incredible because they're coming from the north
Yeah.
and they're just traveling. So anytime you get a day over 8 miles an hour.
That seems low. I'm thinking like
No.
15, 20.
No, you check north of you.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're 8 miles an hour here and it's coming out of the northwest, it's probably higher up there.
Yep.
Or wherever birds stage. But like our area, we'll look at Winnipeg, we'll look at Thunder Bay, we'll look at, there's multiple different areas that we look at. I don't want to give them all away, but.
Right. Yep.
And it's magical. Like, if you can find a flight line that birds will fly over every September,
Yeah.
you'll do well. Big open grass field or a silage field.
I was going to say, yeah, grass fields are super fun.
Well, it's just whatever gives you visibility, and obviously they're still eating a lot of grass that time of year.
Yeah.
And so you can set up huge spreads in those grass fields and just pull attention of these groups of migrators.
Dude, these geese are ballpark aficionados, bud.
Oh,
They're
yeah.
golf course aficionados. They know.
Golf course, baseball field,
Kentucky
soccer field, eating
bluegrass.
motherfuckers.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
baseball season, bud.
Yeah, they like
these
that.
geese are obsessed.
They like that KBG.
Yeah, if you can't find them, they're at the baseball field, bud.
Huh?
Yeah, pretty much a guarantee destroying that outfielder's
Eating
life.
corn dogs and outfields.
And outfields. That's what they're doing, bro. It's so American
Just
of them,
hammering
actually.
them. But not that it's all about the bands. I was talking to Gavin Colas today, and he was giving me shit. He's like, man, you're just all about the bands these days. You know, you think you just go out and actually hunt. It's like, shut up, Gavin. You know. But no, it's so exciting to like understand where these geese are migrating from, because I don't think anyone realized they were molt migrating until I don't know when. Obviously, they didn't know before bans. That's for sure, but they've been banning for almost 100 years now.
Yeah, I mean, I think the thing that's really fun about early goose is just that it's like the first time you get to go out and hunt.
Mm-hmm.
You'll pump it up in your head no matter what it is. If it's waterfowl and you can go do it, and it's the first thing you can go do, it's always the best. I mean, it just gets you going right away. But it is hot.
And then also, I don't know why, but molts are traveling in big groups of non-breeding pairs. And so they're looking for other geese on the ground to go and be social, or just like find a place that's safe. You know, like, oh, there's geese down there eating or loafing, whatever.
Yeah.
And so they get attracted to those big numbers. Whereas like the later on in the season, they get really territorial. And
why don't you go through like your checklist of things you need if you're planning on like going out and performing a good, like giving yourself a real shot to shoot molts?
You look at the wind.
Yep.
Right? And you look north of you.
Yep.
If it's a northwest wind, you should do really well. Just in general, you're going to see a lot more geese flying. And then you find like the lines when they are flying that path, because there's multiple times a September.
Yeah, for sure.
That they're flying like that. So you find where they naturally follow the jet stream, or whether it's muscle memory, or just like they
Sure.
always fly that path, whatever it is. I don't know for sure. And then you get under them at that point.
Get a good visibility field.
Good visibility. Like the more underneath the flight line you can get, the more successful you're going to be, for sure. And then gather as many good goose callers as you can.
Yep.
And sound like as many geese as you can, and set up a decent amount of decoys. Like
What's a decent amount to you? Like an early, tell me a molt spread. Bare minimum number for you.
I've seen, bare minimum.
Sure. I mean, like, not like, oh, you could kill him. I mean, like, yeah, that's the least I'd want to go out with, like, feeling good.
15 dozen.
Yeah.
15 dozen is what I would need.
Full bodies or silos?
Doesn't matter.
Okay.
Doesn't matter. I mean,
180 decoys.
I'm always a proponent of, like, making yourself wide versus
Spread
long.
out a little bit.
You know, but just making yourself look like more geese, and silhouettes really help with that. So, and then putting full bodies where you want the birds to land. So,
yeah.
But yeah, just making yourself look like a lot of birds. So
couple hundred.
Yeah, I would say so. But I've seen guys throw out 1,000.
For sure.
1,000 decoys.
Oh, yeah.
I'm just like, damn.
Yeah.
I've helped set that spread. That shit sucks.
It's a lot.
It really sucks, dude.
That's a lot of
Just
decoys. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
God.
Yeah.
Let's go sit in
when
the
you
truck.
did that, I actually, like, had a phantom bite on my foot.
Right? Just picture J-Rock.
I always loved that.
God. And then just calling your absolute ass off. And then as they get closer, like Joe was talking about on our last podcast, cluck here, cluck there, moan somewhere, but just like very rhythmic and keeping the birds' attention. Because I can't tell you how many times you're calling down birds and you get them to drop out of the stratosphere. They get down to like 50 yards, they're circling you, and they just say, nope, and they peace out.
Mm-hmm.
You might pull one or two out of the flock, but you want that 50-pack to just dump in your face.
Yeah.
And so, it's just so exciting, man. Molt migrating, because you never know what you're going to get. The possibilities are endless.
That's my favorite part.
Oh, you never know.
Mm-hmm.
And like, people will say, oh, you want a bluebird day, and then you don't see them.
Right.
And I think it's because they can migrate so much higher, whereas when it's overcast, there's a lower ceiling, a cloud ceiling. So you can actually see the birds, and then you start calling at them, flagging at them, whatever, and they're more vulnerable, susceptible to the call, the visibility, and everything.
Yeah.
And then there's days where it's just pure fog, and you're like, we're not going to kill shit. And then there's a 100-pack that dumps out of the fog, and it's like...
By happens chance.
Oh, by happens chance. Yeah, it's just so cool. One of the best molt migrator days was with Joe when we shot 84 or 86.
Yeah.
And it was dog shit weather all morning. It's just, you could see the storm cell coming right at you, and you're like, okay, we're going to the truck. And then it stopped raining, and Joe's like, I'm turning back. And I'm like, oh, Joe's turning back. I better turn back too, you know? And so there was only 4 of us out there instead of 6, and that's when the birds just started pouring out of the sky. And it was just like, it shouldn't be like this, you know? You think of a storm, you're just like, they're done flying.
For
you
sure.
know, they're going to sit down somewhere. But no, you never know what you're going to get. And we fucking hammered them.
Right.
God. That was so cool.
That was the
water tower.
Yeah.
Yep. And that was in a wheat field,
Right.
you know, which has a great visibility because it's golden yellow and then black decoys.
Yep.
You know.
Low crop.
That was super low. It was like a carpet.
Yeah. Oh,
was-
yeah, that's just...
It was incredible. But then those like hay fields that were just harvested, I mean, you could rollerblade on them.
Yeah.
You know, it's so low. But
That's
no.
perfect visibility field.
Yep, perfect visibility. Just give yourself some visibility.
Get some callers.
get some collars.
Look at the
and
weather.
Look at the weather.
Yeah.
Big time.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, it's just like shake of the dice. You know, go out as much as you can in September. Like as much as you can and throw out a big spread, be under the flight line. You got good wind, you're probably going to kill birds.
Yeah.
Even the day after a good wind, you got a whole bunch of new birds in the area that are just trying to find the locals to figure out what's safe.
Lost puppies.
Lost puppies.
All right, boys. Thanks for listening. See ya.